everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Ozzy song S.A.T.O. from the Diary of a Madman album, which of course had the great Randy Rhoads on guitar. Alright guys, let's jump on into it. So here's section 1. I'm going to play it at normal and then slow speed, and I'll explain in a minute what the boxes are. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the boxes on the screen. Throughout this lesson you'll see little red boxes like that, and that's how I kind of recommend learning each part of this solo. So for example, think of the first 6 notes as a grouping of 6 notes. Okay? And then the next 6. Okay? And I do it that way just because I want you to get the feel of it right. Don't think of it as 2 notes, like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Think of it like 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and then you have that pull off and a slide down. All right, simple enough. Now the harmony to that part, which you don't need to play if you have one guitar player in your band, or you don't plan on overdubbing the harmony part, you can play that part I just showed you and it should sound fine by itself. But if you want to play the harmony part, it's basically most of what we just played, just 1 octave lower. So down here, like this. But then you have the pick slide followed by the regular slide. I didn't tab it as a pick slide, I just showed 2 string slides because I got lazy, but just know the first part is a pick slide followed by a regular slide. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, now here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Okay. Now once again, I've broken up this section into a couple different parts. The first part's basically, okay. All right, very classic kind of blues phrase. And then the second part goes like this. Okay. Think of that as little groupings of 3. Okay. And then the next part, the final part, goes like this. Again, groupings of 3. All right? And you can palm mute the last couple notes in there if you want. So here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. Now I didn't plan on getting into the music theory component of all this, but I just want to call out I really enjoy this section because it's that classic Randy Rhoads pairing of the Aeolian and blues scales, right? So these notes, right? I just love that phrasing. All right, let's keep moving. All right, section 3 goes like this. And now I'm going to put the boxes up on the screen again, of course. And when learning this, I know sometimes people, when they're doing the descending part, etc., I know some people feel kind of challenged to get the timing right. So I think of it as groupings of 6, like I showed here. And really what you could do is break up each box into groupings of 3. So within that first box where we go, think of it as 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay? 1 2 3 1 2 3. Followed by, all right, that helped me when I was learning it, so I thought I'd share that with you. And then after those boxes, of course, at the end you've got the... And that bend at the end, it's a 1.5 step bend. You're going to apply a pinch harmonic. You should know what that is if you're tackling this solo. But 1.5 step bend takes you from here to here. Okay? All right, let's keep moving. All right, for the next section, we're going to stay in that position where we were just at, and we're going to go... So once again, I've broken it out into little boxes. And so the first one, you've got a group of 6 notes, followed by another 6, followed by another 6, and then, okay, here's the section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, the next section goes like this. So once again, I've broken it out into some boxes because again, we've got these groupings of 6. The first one goes like this, followed by, and then the last note. So here's the section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. The next section is going to go like this. All right, now I know the ending of that sounded a little bit funky, but that's how it goes. Whether it was intentional or not, we'll never know, but it's there. So we'll get to that in a minute. But once again, I've broken it out into a couple of boxes, little groupings of 6. And the first one goes like this, followed by, okay? And then at the end, you have that, and I'm not sure if that was intentional by Randy. It doesn't seem to really fit with the rest of it, but you'll notice throughout the rest of the solo, there's a couple of little open string notes, which really kind of inadvertently act as little transitions to get you from one section of the solo to another. I don't think it's intentional. I think it just happens on accident. I mean, a lot of Van Halen recordings have those transitional notes too. All right, here it is one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, the next section goes like this. Now with that first box, what I want to call out here is that you have that open string note. Looks like a ghost note because I put it in brackets. I don't think that was intentional. I think what Randy meant to do was play the 12th fret like he does in the next box. Like he meant to go like this. But instead he went like this. Okay, listen back closely to the original. You'll hear that those final notes in each of those boxes is a little bit different. Okay, to me, my ear, that first note is a open string B, and the second time around it's the 12th fret. Okay. All right, and also you'll notice that I'm not really doing a proper like pull off to that open note like this. I'm kind of just lifting my finger off the note, off the 14th fret like this. Okay, which has a little bit of a different tone or timbre to it. That's what it sounded like Randy did. It was probably an accident. But again, for those of you that are familiar with my lessons, I always try to get all the little intricacies and nuances in the playing captured in the tabs, whether it's good or bad, right? So here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. All right, the next section goes like this. So once again, we've broken it out into the little boxes, little groupings of 6. Here it is one more time at normal and then slow speed. All right, let's keep moving. The next part goes like this. Again, broke it out into a couple of boxes here. The first one, followed by, and then, all right, there's a little pull off to those open strings. That's kind of faint in the background, but those 2 open string notes are in there. Not sure what I need to explain there, but just keep in mind again when you do the last box, you know, you're sliding down from the 16th to the 14th, and then you hold the 14th for just a little bit before you go down to the 13th. Okay? Before the pull-offs to the open strings. Here's this section one more time at normal and then slow speed. Let's keep going. All right, so this next section, we're going to shift everything over into like a G minor pentatonic or blues scale. And it goes like this. Okay? All right. Again, we've got it broken out into boxes. The first box is it's a little group of 6 notes. Like think of it as 3 and 3. Okay? And you do that twice. Okay? Before we get into the and at the end we've got that bend at the 18th fret, which is a 1.5 step. So from here to here. I see sometimes people go up 2 steps, so from here to here. Okay? Honestly, I think if you do either one, it's going to sound fine. But to my ear, it's a 1.5 step bend. Okay? All right, let's keep moving. Next section goes like this. Now, I know some of those notes sound funny toward the very end, but that's what I hear in the mix very faintly. And I see people do this part so different every single time. But here it is slowly. Okay, I think those very last notes are kind of an accident, or maybe he didn't intend to play those notes because they don't really fit within the context of this key, but or not very well. But those notes are there. And also I want to call out that with the bends, like the first one, you notice how it shows a half step and a full step. That's because this is a classic kind of double stop bend where the G string is bent up a full step and the B string, 17th, is only bent up a half step, which kind of happens naturally when you try to bend them together like that when you're barring your finger. Okay, it's like going from here to here. Okay? And then after that, you can see when we do the 15th fret bends, first you hold those for a little bit before you bend, and then the G string is a half step and the B string is a quarter step. Okay? All right, here's this section one more time. I promise those notes are there. Go back and listen very carefully. All right, let's keep moving. And then the final section goes like this. Okay. And of course, once again, we've got it broken up into little boxes, little groupings of 6. So the first part goes, followed by, and then the last bend. Okay? All right, let's wrap it up. All right, that was my video showing you how to play the guitar solo from Ozzy's S.A.T.O. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so if you want to catch videos like this in the future. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.